Welcome to SRMV News. California, flood-like circumstances in California because of downpour and tempests. Many flights are dropped, individuals are being emptied from the city. Crisis groups prepared for the most recent episode of high breezes and heavy rains clearing California on Wednesday, recharging the danger of blackouts and destructive flooding that grasped pieces of San Francisco Inlet and Sacramento over New Year's weekend. The barometrical stream, an airborne momentum of thick dampness moving from the sea, was supposed to douse a lot of California in front of a tempest front carrying extra showers to low-lying regions and more snow to the Sierra Nevada mountains through Thursday. The approaching impact of outrageous winter climate, the following in a progression of tempests expected to wash over California before long, started from a rambling tropical storm force low-strain framework feeding over the eastern Pacific, forecasters said. The Public Weather Conditions Administration, NWS, anticipated boundless precipitation sums of 3 to 6 inches, with up to 3 feet of new snow in Sierras. Specialists cautioned the weighty storms would probably release streak flooding and landslides, particularly in regions where the ground stays immersed from downpours that splashed northern California days sooner. Fire-assaulted slope slants are likewise especially defenseless against slides. High wind alerts were posted along the focal California coast north through the Cove region and into outrageous northern California and Oregon. The Public Weather Conditions Administration, NWS, said intense blasts were supposed to remove trees, shear off appendages and thumb down electrical cables, upsetting power administration in numerous areas. San Francisco's travel organization ended its acclaimed streetcar administration through Thursday because of severe weather conditions, and scores of business flights were dropped at San Francisco Worldwide Air Terminal. Blustery weather conditions was faulted for something like one traffic passing in the North Cove city of Fairfield, where pooled water on a street sent a vehicle colliding with a utility pole, killing the driver, the San Francisco narrative detailed. Willful departure Cs were given for homes along 3 streets in a flood-inclined area of Alameda Province, across the Cove from San Francisco, referring to dangers presented by the looming storms, immersed soils and current spillover. Crisis balance. Lead Representative Gavin Newsom pronounced a highly sensitive situation on Wednesday to help the state's colder time of year weather conditions risks reaction, and initiated California's flood task focus. The lead representative's Office of Crisis Administration said it had organized groups in a few northern regions prone to be hardest hit by flooding, and where past out-of-control fires have stripped slopes of vegetation, leaving them at high gamble of landslides. State Regular Assets Secretary Swim Crowfoot encouraged occupants in such regions to remain inside except if requested to clear, and to plan for blackouts by charging electrical gadgets and having spotlights and candles helpful. Losses. Sacramento region teams were still out on Wednesday fixing levee breaks along the Cosumnes Stream, close to Sacramento, where flooding last end of the week shut down Expressway 99, Crowfoot said at a news preparation in the state capital. Somewhere around 3 passings have been credited to last end of the week's tempest. 2 bodies were recuperated from Cosumnes Stream flood zone, and a 72-year elderly person was found dead under a fallen tree in St. Nick Cruz, specialists said. The most recent round of outrageous weather conditions was the second in a progression of possibly harming storms expected to stir things up around town over the course of the following 7 to 10 days, Nancy Ward, head of crisis administrations, told columnists. The state activities focus had been set at its most elevated level, she said. We guessed that this might be one of the most difficult and effective series of tempests to land in California over the most recent 5 years, she said. Fallen trees, currently debilitated by delayed dry season and presently left ineffectively moored in downpour-splashed soil, were probably going to represent a huge peril in the forthcoming tempests, said Carla Nemeth, overseer of the State Division of Water Assets. She said beachfront regions from Los Angeles north to Bow City close to the Oregon line confronted the best flood potential, particularly in Mendocino province along the Russian and Navarro waterways. Nemeth said the rising recurrence and power of wordy floods interspersing California's long-term dry seasons are indicative of outrageous swings among wet and dry created by environmental change. The uplifting news was that new tempests have left the Sierra snowpack, a significant wellspring of California's water supplies, at well better than expected for this season, However, undeniably more should gather through winter to end the dry spell, specialists say. Thanks for watching.